Hello, welcome to Yoga with Weights. And today, this class is going to be geared more for the intermediate level students. But if you are new to weights, I'm going to encourage you to do this class without them first. Make sure that your form is really good before adding the weights back in. Weights will not magically make form better if the form is not good before the weights. So you want to make sure that you're practicing with safety. Now, behind me, I've got three sets of weights here. I've got a set of 5 pounds, 8 pounds, and 10 pounds. I will be cueing which ones I'm going to use for which exercises that we do. Always go with lighter weight first. Make sure that you're good there before increasing your weight as you get stronger. So that being said, we'll go ahead and get started. I do have a strap. We'll use that at the end. And if you feel like you need a block for an extended side angle or something like that, you can always have that handy. That's why I've got two, one on each side, but you don't have to have them if you don't want them. So starting standing, and just kind of feel your way into a nice hip width apart stance. So hip width apart is where your hip bones are, hips, knees, and toes, tracking where the hip bones are and about how wide you think you are, where the bones are, making sure that your toes are in alignment with each other. So we don't want one foot to be more forward than the other. Just kind of pay attention to that. And your knees are soft. And we're going to zip up from the pubic bone behind the navel, belly button into the spine. Just roll those shoulders back and just take a moment. Eyes open or closed. Just connecting with the breath, finding all four corners of the feet, maybe lifting the toes to find it. And you're setting an intention. So strength and resilience is my intention here today, but you can choose whatever you want or need. Whenever you're ready, take a big inhale and reach. Exhale, bend those knees and take it down. Hip, knees, and toes track. Press through the feet and the legs. They come all the way back up. Exhale. Inhale. Now, if it's better for you to exhale on the up and inhale on the down, just take that breath pattern. Remember, the most important thing at the end of the day is that we're breathing. Good. And then we'll take this up and we're going to get a side bend. I'm going to take my left hand to my right wrist. I'm going to lift up and take a side bend towards my left. Now notice how I'm keeping my hips over my ankles here so I'm not swaying out. And I'm trying to keep my shoulders in line with my hips. So I'm not going into this from a rotation. I'm just reaching. Good. And then we'll come up, reach. Good. Take that knee bend, coming all the way up, other side. Right hand's going to grab the left wrist. I'm going to lift up, gentle tug, side bending towards the right. Shoulders and hips in alignment, hips over my ankles. Breathing and expanding. And when you're ready, we'll come back up and we'll take that again. And we'll take it down. And we'll press up and reach. And one more time. Coming all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. So I'm going to turn to the side here. But same thing, you want the feet and everything and hip width apart. We're going to come to a little bit of a squat. Hands are going to be on the thighs. We're going to do some standing cat cows. So my back is flat here. This is more my neutral spine. I've still got a natural curvature back here. So from here, I'm going to exhale as I tuck the tail and round, looking towards the thighs. Inhale, chest comes forward, pelvis tilts back. There's your extension. There's your cow pose. Exhale and round into cat. Inhale into cat. Exhale, round into cat. Inhale, cow. Always moving at the range of motion that your body needs you to move. Some people can't do extension. Some people can't do flexion. So you just move as you need to move. Good. And then from here, finding that neutral spine, pressing through the feet and the legs, and we'll come up and rise. Good. Let's get right into the warm up. So half sun salute here. Big inhale and we'll reach. Exhale and open and I'll bow. Leaning the hands to the floor to your block. Pressing through the feet and the legs. Legs take the load. Lift and lengthen halfway. Hands to floor, shins, thighs, or the block. Exhale and open and I'll bow. Pressing through the feet and the legs. Coming all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Sun salute, A. Big inhale and we'll reach. Exhale and we'll bend and we'll bow. Planting the hand. Lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bend and we'll bow. Good. I'm going to plant my hands. So I'm going to step back here to the plank, and then I'm going to shift back to a down dog. Now, some of you can take that vinyasa flow. So I'm still nursing a shoulder injury here. It's almost better, but I don't want to do things too soon and re-injure. So I'm just going to hang out here, but if flowing is for you, always take what's appropriate. And from that downward facing dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, pressing through the feet and the legs, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Pressing through feet and legs, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bend and we'll bow. Pressing through the feet and the legs as we rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll do one more. Inhale and reach. Exhale and we'll bend and we'll bow. Pressing through the feet and the legs, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and bend and bow. Planting the hands. Step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip that flow. And whether you're following me in down dog or you took that flow, just take a moment and come into your good down dog form. Probably should have said this a moment ago, but that's okay. You want to press evenly into your big toe and pinky toe mounds. Legs and hips are in alignment with each other. Shoulders are protracted, so we're pushing away from the floor. And from the shoulder, we're turning the inner elbows more towards the ceiling, okay, without turning the hands out. So you should feel more engagement around the shoulder blades when you do that. And head and neck are free. Good. From the down dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, pressing with the feet and the legs. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Pressing through feet and legs, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bend and we'll bow. Pressing through feet and the legs. Legs take the load as we rise. And exhale, hands to heart center. Finding the breath, finding mountain, finding your intention for me, strength and resilience. All right. So we're going to do a step back into a high crescent. This is going to involve dips and what I call suitcases. So what that means is from the dip, we're going to hold the weight here. We're just going to pull straight up like we're lifting up a suitcase. Okay. So choose the weights that are appropriate. Now I'm a little bit stronger, so I'm going to use the 10s. Squat to pick up your weight. From the top of your mat, I'm going to start by stepping my right leg back first. So I'm going to find that lunge. Both hips are facing forward, toes, knees are facing forward. Some of you are going to dip differently. Some of you need to start from a longer leg, and maybe you just do mostly the front. I'm going to dip through the back here, okay? Back heel will not be on the floor. So here we go, rolling the shoulders back 5 times. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Watch that front knee. 4. And we'll go 5. Good. Now from here, you can readjust that back leg if you need to. I'm going to turn, palms are going to face each other, rolling the shoulders back. And I'm going to pull straight up for 5. So 5, 4, squeeze the shoulder blades on that lift. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Second set this side, last set on this side. 5 dips. We'll dip 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. From here, last set of suitcases on the side, we're going to pull 5, 4, elbows straight back if you can, 3, 2, and 1. Good. From here, back leg's going to come forward. Good. And we'll take that again to the other side. So we're going to do something different this time than suitcases. We're going to work a little bit differently. So this time when we step back, just to kind of give you a little bit, it's going to be a pull straight out to the side. Okay. So a little bit of a type of a row. So this time, my right leg's going to be forward. My left leg's going to come back. Good. Front hip's going to come back. Make sure you're in good form. And then once you're ready, here's the dips. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Getting tough. Good. Now from here, palms are going to face behind you. And here we go. Pulling up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Relax the face, unclench the jaw. Here we go. Last set of dips. We go 1, 2, just go straight down. 3, getting a little shaky. 4, and 5. I think I miscounted. We'll just do one more. Good, good measure. Good. From here, palms facing behind you. Here we go. Last time. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Back foot comes up. We are going to squat to release these weights. We'll come back up, reset ourselves. Let's take a little flow. We're going to take a little bit of a break from the weight. So just a little bit of a yoga flow here. Big inhale when we reach. Exhale, bend and bow. You can always take a water break or towel break at any time. Pressing through the feet and the legs. Lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bend and we'll bow. Planting the hands. Step or hop back to plank. Take or skip your flow. We're all into the down dog here. Noticing how that down dog might provide a good stretch for you in the back side of the body after those dips. And then from here, from your down dog, from your good down dog form, left leg is going to lift 3-point. Let's bend that knee, pressing through the right leg. Let's just open to the right here. So I'm really pressing through the right leg. My gaze is to the right toes. My shoulders are even. My belly button is in. I've got that breath going. And then from here, that hip and knee are going to come back even to the floor. Pushing with my right leg and foot to come forward. I'm going to step or pick up and put that left foot way forward, way forward. So you want this knee to be on the floor. You want the knee. You want the heel to be on the floor. You want the knee to be over or behind the ankle. Good. Now from here, I'm going to warrior press. So hip, knee, and toe of that back leg are going to turn out 45-ish degrees, pressing through the feet and the legs, and I'm going to come up. Good. Now, you might have to readjust your alignment. So a heel to heel, heel to arch, or maybe this leg needs to be out a little bit wider. Do what your hips need you to do. But front hip's going to come back. Back hip will come forward. Good. Knee is over behind that ankle. I can see the toes. And then without shifting the hips, I'm going to take my chest to the side. Warrior 2 is a sneaky twist. And we'll reach. Good. And reach. Breathing. Gazing up the tip of the front finger. You should be able to lift your toes here, finding all 4 corners of those feet. Good. With a bent knee or a lengthened front leg, we'll take that back into exalted. Try not to tip the hips as we go back. If you are an arm wrapper or a binder, find what you like. I think I'm going to wrap here today. Breathing. And then when you're ready, good. We'll find that nice warrior 2. We're going to take this into an extended side angle. Use that block if you need it. So I'm going to press to the back. I'm going to lengthen, lengthen, lengthen here through the front. Remember, my body is not going into a forward collapse. It's from the hips. You can take forearm to the thigh. I'm going to bring in my block because when I do this one by using my block, that now allows me with more support to come deeper into this pose, deeper into getting that knee over the ankle. And then I can really focus on opening up to the side and getting that length. Okay. So some people look at blocks as a crutch. I do not. They're a tool for me to deepen my practice. And I'm going to highly encourage you to try it if you haven't. And then from here, looking down at that front foot, I'm going to take that right hand out. Good. I'll move my walk more forward, swivel up the back foot, front foot steps back. You choose take or skip your flow. Good. And while you're doing that, I'm just going to switch sides here. I just don't like to teach my backside to people. Feels like I can't see people. Good. And then from here, from your down dog, we're going to repeat all of that to the other side. So from here, your right leg is going to lift now, bending that knee, pressing through the left leg. Good. Just opening up to the right. Strong, even upper body. Gaze is to the left toes. Staying with breath and intention. And clenching the jaw, relaxing the face. Then we're going to let that hip and knee come back even to the floor. So same as the other side. We're going to press through that left leg to bring us forward, and we're going to step or pick up and put that foot way forward. So you want that heel to be grounded. You want the knee to be over behind the ankle. From your left side, we're going to turn out about 45-ish degrees, pressing through the feet and the legs, and we're going to come up. Good. So setting ourselves up for success. Front hip is going to come back hip is going to come forward. Good. Hip, knee, and toe track here. And then when we're ready, without tipping the hips, chest opens to the side, finding that warrior two. Front knee will track towards the pinky toe here. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the face. This is one of my favorite poses. A very strong pose, often thought of as a very elementary asana. But the longer you're here, the harder it becomes and the more it teaches you. With a bent front knee or a lengthened front leg, we'll take it back into exalted. Good. So if you did an arm bind or an arm wrap at this point on the other side, maybe find something similar here on this side, just so you're more even. Staying with that breath, zipping up that front side. And when ready, good, we'll find that warrior two. Going into that extended side angle from the side, pressing from the back. We're going to lengthen, 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 lengthen from the hips. Forearm can come to the thigh. We can bring in that block here to help you become deeper when you've got that little bit more stability. Find your length, find it with ease. Find that opening from ease. Find your length. Good. Finding where you need to find it. So when you're ready, inhale, looking down at that front foot. Exhale, taking that hand back down, swiveling up the back foot, cleaning the hand, front foot steps back. You choose take or skip that flow. Breathing. And from the down dog, when you're ready, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, pressing through the feet and the legs. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Pressing through the feet and the legs, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll bend and we'll bow. Pressing through the feet and the legs, we'll rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Finding breath, finding your mountain, reconnecting with intention. Strength and resilience. Good. Okay. So the standing balance that we're going to do here with the weight is also a core exercise. So you can do this with or without the weight. Obviously, the weight is going to make it harder. The heavier the weight, the harder this is going to be. I'm going to go back to my, actually, you know what? I'm going to go to my 8. So I'm just going to pick up 1 8. Good. And then I'm going to start by holding this in my right hand. So I'm just going to take that weight straight up. Good. My left arm's going to come out to the side. I'm going to relax the shoulders, relax the face. Now from here, I'm going to stand on the left leg and I'm going to knee lift. So I'm going to come like this. Now, you may not be able to lift your knee as high as me. That's okay. You go to where you can go. And again, This is challenging with or without weight. So make sure you can do it without the weight first before you add in the weight. Really zip up, use your abs to pick up the knee. Okay, any funny business in the hip crease? We've lost our engagement here and it's time to take a break. Okay, so left arm out, right arm up with or without that weight. Good. And then from here we go. We're going to do this 10 times. 1, engage 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. We'll gently bring that down. Good. We'll switch out here. I'm going to encourage you, if you don't have a spotter, not to switch overhead just for safety, because I'm not there to kind of watch you. So bring it down first and switch over here. You don't want to drop your weight on your head. That'll make anybody have a really bad day. Good. So left side. Good. Right arm out. Right leg is going to be the supporting leg. And here we go. Using your abs, we're going to lift, exhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Carefully take that down. Good. From the top of your mat, squat to release your weight. And we'll take one more flow as we make our way down to the floor. Big inhale and we'll reach. Exhale, we'll bend and we'll bow. Pressing through the feet and the legs, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and bend and bow. Planting the hands. Step or hop back to plank. You choose take or skip your flow. Good. And once you come back to your down dog, if you took the flow, we're going to drop the knees and take a child's pose here. So knees can be together or as wide as the mat or anywhere in between. You can make the big toes touch or not. You can reach your arms long in front of you or hands can come back by the mat, whatever feels okay to the shoulders and the body. Forehead can come to the floor or to a block. Good. And I'm just going to breathe. I'm going to reconnect. Expanding that rib cage and clenching the jaw, relaxing the face. Now you can stay here as long as you need. I'm going to come up a little bit. We're going to go back to a side bend. So I'm going to walk my hands over to my right. As I come to my right, I'm going to walk the left fingertips forward, lifting the hips, pressing into the right hand, sinking towards the left, breathing and expanding. And from here, we'll come back up. We'll walk the hands back to center. Good. Half or full child's pose here to reset. Always take your reset. And then when you're ready, you're going to walk the hands back over towards the left, walking the right hands forward. Lift the hips, press through the left hand, sink towards the right. Breathing and expanding again. And then we'll come back to center, half or full child's pose to reset. Good. When you're ready, good, we'll come up. So I'm just going to kind of clean this up a little bit here. I'm going to move my 10-pound weight out of the way. Good. And then I'm going to grab my 5-pound weights. I'm going to recommend a lighter weight here. We're going to do some delt work variations. So taking those weights here, I'll have to get a drink of water. We're going to come onto the belly. I'm going to make sure that these are kind of moved out of the way here too. Okay, so we're going to come down onto its belly. And for a moment, you make a little recovery pillow with the hands and just kind of wiggle, wiggle, wiggle here. Okay. So I'm going to keep my legs about hip width apart here. That'll just keep my low back happy. And then I'm going to grab my 5-pound weight and I'm going to reach forward. And as I reach forward, I'm actually going to come more towards the corners of my neck. Okay. So my belly button is going to be in here. So I'm zipped up nice and tight. And then from here, good. We're just going to lift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. See now why we did a lightweight here, not a heavy one? And we'll wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Good. Now from here, I'm going to take my right arm out to the side. We're going to do the same thing from here. You can use the other hand as a little pillow. Okay. So zipping up nice and tight. Just 4. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. I'm going to bring that back up. I'm going to grab the other one, left hand. Can't see this one very well, but it's straight out from the shoulder. I'm going to redo that little forehead pillow here. Good, relax. And then when you're ready, zipping up that front body. Good, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. Woo. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Hands under the shoulders. Press back. Child's pose. And then we're going to come to all fours. So be mindful here if you've got a wrist issue. You can always do this on a wedge. Because we are doing one hand at a time. Remember, you can always fold a mat up here as well. And you can also come onto the forearms when we do one at a time too. But I'm going to encourage you, use the weight that you need to use. I'm going to use a little bit heavier. I'm going to go back to my 10s. If you've got 2 5s and they're small enough for you, you can make a 10 by holding both of the smaller ones together. So just different ways to help you get what you need. So I've got my 10 here, and I'm going to come to all fours. Good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 10, and this is going to be a little bit of a row. So palm is going to face the opposite side. Belly button is in, knees are under the hips. I'm pressing out of that supporting shoulder. Elbow is going to come straight back. Okay. And we're going to try this 10 times. 10 times. Here we go. We got 10, 9, 8. Feel the core working too. Belly button in. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, I'm just going to let that weight roll over to the other side. You need to do a little stretchy or a little break. Give yourself what it needs. We're going to take it right to the other side. So again, make sure you're protracted here. You're pressing out of the shoulder. You're not hanging. So other side, elbow comes straight back 10 times. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We'll all take a child's pose with this one. And we'll come into a forearm plank. Forearms are going to come down. You can also have forearms on blocks. If this is too low, knees can be grounded, or you can lift up here. Belly button is in, nice and tight. Find it, find it, find it, find it. Good. Now I'm also going to give an option here. You can stay here. You can take a break. Some of you are going to take this into a dolphin. So maybe you walk your feet up here and finding that little inversion. Shoulders away from the ears. Head and neck is free. Head does not touch the floor in dolphin. Relax the face, relax the jaw. And then from here, you can walk that back out, finding that plank. Shoulders are over or behind the elbows. And then when you're ready, dropping the knees, child's pose. Good. When we're ready, From here, we're gonna go right onto our back. We deserve a stretch so much. But before we do that, I wanna do one stretch here for the upper body, maybe a couple, using the strap. So I'm just gonna kind of sit here on my ankles. If this doesn't work for your ankles or your knees, just come to a basic crisscross applesauce. You can still do it from there. So I've got my strap folded in half, and I'm gonna take a little bit wider than shoulder width apart grip. Good, and I'm just gonna reach forward and I'm pulling on that strap. For some of you, that's gonna be enough of a stretch just in itself. Others are gonna round and reach. They're trying to separate those shoulder blades. Stay with the breath. And then from here, we'll come up. Good. Some of you may not need the strap. I love the strap. Using this, I feel like I just get a deeper stretch without aggravating a shoulder or a wrist. So to start, you can start hands in line with the shoulders here. The closer you take your hands together, the more different that will feel. But I'm gonna sit up nice and tall. I'm gonna press down, rolling shoulders back. This might be enough for some. Others are gonna lift up. Breathing, getting into some of those upper body areas that we worked. And then when you're ready, we'll gently release, but keep your strap handy. We're gonna come onto your back. So I'm gonna release my hair clip here. And once you come onto the back, readjust your clothing as needed. Maybe taking the feet as wide as the mat, zipping up nice and tight here, letting the knees go to one side and then the other with a nice supported front, supported backside. Good. And then once you're ready, we're going to take this into a figure 4 to begin. So bringing the feet back in hip width apart alignment, starting on the right side. Right ankle is going to cross over that left knee, pressing into that thigh, taking that knee more towards that front corner of the mat. Might be a better option for you today. You're also free to bring it into the chest. You can clasp it through here. Left toes point towards the left knee, right toes point towards the right knee. You can stay or you can rock. You want the upper body to be grounded here though, so see if you can do this from that perspective. Staying with the breath, this feels excellent to the hip. And then when you're ready, we'll gently release. And then we're gonna undo and switch sides. Now the left ankle is gonna come across the right knee. Good. Just let that knee go towards that front corner of the mat. This might be enough. You might bring it into the chest. You might thread it through here. Finding yours, it's okay to rock, pointing the toes to their own knees. And then when ready, we'll gently release and carefully undo. Good. We're gonna take that strap now. We're gonna place the right foot into the strap, right foot into the strap. Your left knee can stay bent or it can be extended long. Your back is gonna be in charge here. So the back doesn't like it. Always put a bend in the knee. Upper body is gonna stay grounded. So feel free to choke up on that strap for your grip. And we're gonna have a micro bend in this knee. And we'll gently bring this leg in towards the face. Breathing and expanding. If your other knee is bent, right, keep that in line with the hip. And you can play with this stretch by pointing or flexing the foot. Find what you need today. Also being mindful. Any pain, numbness, tingling, burning, never normal sensations. We want to back off until we don't feel that. That means a nerve is being compressed somewhere. Good. And we'll gently release. Both pieces of the strap will go into the right hand. Both hips, both shoulders will stay on the floor. As you take that right leg to the right, wiggle around to find your best spot. If the left hip is coming up, your right leg is too far to the right. If the left knee is bent and that knee is falling out as a counterweight, your leg is too far to the right. And for those of you that want a little bit of a bonus, if you're able to take the left leg long in front of you, see if you can take the left arm long behind you and reach from the fingertip to that heel. And when we're ready, we'll take that leg back up. Good. I'm just going to switch out hands. And then from here, when you're ready, good, we'll arc this leg over. You're free to stay at the arc. You can also bend the knee here if that's a better option for you, or you can take the leg over, keeping the leg in line with the hip. So try not to let it flop on the floor. Prop that up with a block or hold it there on your own. Breathing. So I built up a little heat with that practice. It's nice to come down and relax for a bit, and we'll come back up. Good. And as you switch out your feet, coming back to your intention, mine was strength and resilience. Yours might be something else entirely. So the other leg can stay bent. You can keep that leg long. You choose. Good. Gently bring that leg in towards the face, keeping a micro bend and upper body on the floor. And again, you can point or flex that foot, finding the appropriate stretch that works for your body on this side in this moment. Relaxing through the face and clenching that jaw, relaxing the shoulders. Good. We'll release both pieces of the strap into the left hand. Good. From here, zipping up nice and tight, both hips, both shoulders are going to be on the floor. As you take that left leg out to the left, kind of wiggle around here, finding your best spot. And as a reminder, if that right leg is bent, it stays in line with the hip. Don't let it fall out as a counterweight. Those of you that are able to take that leg long in front of you and want that bonus, reach from the fingertips to the hips or to the heel. Fingertips to the hips, to the heel. And then once you're ready, we'll gently come back up. Good. We'll switch out the hands and we'll rotate. So you can stay at the 45 or you can take the leg over again, keeping the leg in line with the hip. Don't let it flop on the floor. Using a block if you can't hold it there on your own. Breathing and expanding. And when you're ready, we'll come back up. We'll release that foot from the strap, both knees into the chest, and maybe a little wiggle. We'll go into a short Shavasana here. I'm going to encourage you not to skip it today. This is the essence of every yoga practice. And I'm going to encourage you not to play with your phone or anything like that here. Just trust. Knees can be bent. You can let everything come long and flop open. You can also be on your side or on your belly if you've got a sensitive low back today. So I'm going to do constructive rest. That's what my back tends to really enjoy. I'm going to roll my shoulders back. I'm going to come back to my intention. I'm just going to let go a little bit here, and I'll call you back in a few moments. And taking a moment here, gently coming back, and deeper breath, choosing stillness, and gently taking head and neck from side to side, maybe wiggling fingers and toes. You can choose stillness or bringing knees into the chest, or maybe a full body stretch would feel better to you now, reaching from the fingertips to the toes. And then knowing you can stay in stillness for as long as you would like. But I'm going to bend my knees and gently roll over to my right side. You can also roll over to your left side if that's a better side for you today. And whenever you're ready, we'll gently come up to a seat where I often start a yoga practice, but not always. Finding a nice tall seat, taking a moment to know how you feel, hopefully a little bit stronger. Palms up, we'll reach up, touching the palms together. As we bring the hands down, we'll stop the thumbs at the forehead for good and true thoughts, to the lips for good and kind words, and to the heart for open and loving hearts. Knowing no effort on this mat is ever wasted, no gain is ever reversed. May you be safe, may you stay well. Thank you so much for practicing with me. May you always find strength, endurance, and resilience. Namaste.